YouTube. Live chat. It is Monday, June 17th. If you're tuning into the live version. If you don't know, I have 2 videos every day. There is this live version, which is a little bit slower, a little less energy, a little more calm. And then there is the the curated podcast that I do record and I edit. So it's a little bit more. So if you tune in every day live, it's fantastic. I appreciate you. And I'm happy to have you. But if you tune in later than 8:30 every morning, then you may just want to go listen to the podcast. Morning, Mohammed. Let me turn on the do not disturb. I've got quite a bit today, too. Just mostly chart stuff. So if you like charts, today's heavy charts, low news. Scans. So we're going to go over here and do the scanner. Oh, let me just check all on one platform. Plans and pricing. I think they upped the price? Yes, they did. They upped the price. So you could have gotten this weekend the enhanced version for the price of standard. In fact, even the advanced was 50% off, which was crazy. Morning, Chris. Morning, Chase. And the advanced, by the way, if you're new, it has unlimited one-on-one training. That's what's crazy. I mean, I want to know how the MACD works. Can you guys help me? Oh, of course. It's unlimited one-on-one training. Which is phenomenal. That they can do that is fantastic to me. Okay, let's see. We're going to go to next week, and we're going to shut this down. We don't have a whole hell of a lot. I mean, today, Lennar's after the bell. That should be helping my ITB, but they may say, hey, we've slowed down building. Kroger, Accenture, Darden Restaurants. There's still some earnings this week, but just nothing that's like, oh my God, Becky, oh my God, Becky, oh my God. And then let's see, do I get an ad? Oh, I got an ad. Lower my margin rate. YouTube charges a lot more than Spotify for ads for my channel. Morning, Joshua. Core portfolio, anything in there? Nope. Anything in my brokerage holdings, which I do have to update. Dell? Google, Wells Fargo. Oh. That's a nice pullback. That is a nice pullback. Did GOOG not get a cross up? I guess not. Well, we'll put it in. What the hell? Let somebody prove me wrong. Nothing in Bitcoin. Core investments I already did. So we're going to do covered call ETFs. Morning, Tyler. We're going to do energy names. The KOLD. Interesting. That's up 5%. I mean, shit. That's just... I mean, 39, you're coming off of, what, 85 back in February? I mean, Boyle is just... It's done well. Leveraged ETFs. When is NVDS going to get like a bid? Let's see. ETFs, we've got BAR, UVXY, SDOW, SMDD. SDOW is short Dow. I got a cross up. The Dow is just continuing to weaken against every other index. Morning mark. Low cost. Vanguard, nothing. Spider sectors, nothing. The daily stock pick watch list. We have Dell, and that's it. Not owned. Let's see what we've got. We've always got like several. VFS, FinFast Auto. I mean, this is one. I can't recommend that one. Oh, morning, Mike. Realty. You want a big dividend? Upper left, lower right. Cisco. That'll come up on the down stuff. Still not strong. Hooah. Interesting play. BNGO. Genomics. Nope. Nothing that I feel comfortable putting on. Let's go to the Dow. Cisco, yeah. Let's go to the NASDAQ. Cisco. Wow, Cisco's the only one. Huh. Let's go to the S&P 100. I don't even do 500 because it ain't worth it to me to have 500. I have very little S&P 500 exposure, like the whole 500. The majority of my stuff is in focused ETFs and stuff. In fact, I think I have do I have a social request about that? No, I don't have a social request about that. I guess that was last week. Boom, boom. I got to put this over here. See, if I put it on my desk, you guys can hear it. If I put it on the little mouse pad, it's a little more muted. We've got Cisco and the S&P 100. That's an interesting one. I mean, I think it's a $55 stock. I think they get their crap together. I think it's a $55 stock, but I could be wrong. And why is this taking so long? Why is that one taking so long? I don't know why. Let's go to QQQ. Let's see. We ended up Friday not horribly. I mean, green candles. I'm going to take this out because that was part of the newsletter. Remove that segment. Remove this segment. Okay. Let's see. I have Wells Fargo in there, I think. Yes. Wells Fargo, I mean, do not fall asleep on this one. I mean, it's down in pre-market, but I think most of the banks just got killed over the past 2 weeks. Algorithm makes you 61% versus buying and holding makes you 30%. Morning, Steph. Average win 6.22%. That's not a bad. I mean, we're going to take this out because nobody cares about previous performance. Morning, Daniel. That's not a bad. I mean, this is a really good Look at that. I mean, this is textbook. Look, your MACD, again, if you're going to, what the hell? Wow. I don't know what the hell happened. If you're going to cruise down here on the MACD and the RSI kind of just hanging in there, and then all of a sudden it gets this, and you know, again, you have to wait for confirmation because today it's down a little bit. But 1, 2, 3 candles that touch the 200-day, 50-day has started moving negative, so you do have to worry about that. But we're stretched a little bit. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind we're stretched a little. But the Qs, we're at 480. Remember, 460 was the last support level that we really found, but we're at 480. And I wrote that one. This is a little bit stretched. You know it's not stretched? SMCI. Did you get in at 780 when the algorithm told you to get in? 780. 780 and you're at 850. You're pushing up on that 200-day. Is the 50-day going to break above it? It's using it as resistance. MACD, I've been saying it's capitulating, but Roblox is going to 40. We're covering that gap. You still have what, 7-8%? Doesn't have confirmation right now, but if you wanted to buy Roblox, in fact, I saw Roblox. The NHL was promoting Roblox on the Stanley Cup, which was interesting. And you know, it's funny. I sit in my office here, which is in the front of my house. I've got 2 windows over here that look out onto the street. And I've got a 2-story foyer, an extended foyer that's just outside my office doors. And I've got 2 little French doors that exit the office door. And then over like a landing up top on the 2nd floor that looks over. This area gets so hot in my house during the summer because the air conditioner can't keep up. The air conditioner vents over here, and I've got it on. So it will blow on me directly rather than blowing out to the wall, which is typically where you it would blow out. But Taiwan Semi, God, this thing's up 4% in the pre-market. It's not slowing down. It's just not slowing down. Nobody cares about that stuff. This is the 158 was the old support. Because if you go back and you look, that's where we touched the previous all-time high back here in March. And then it dipped down to 120. Morning, Moneza. God, that's just been such a good stock. Okay. Okay, let's open up some links here. We've got a great, this is Ross from Warrior Trading on GameStop and how to trade GameStop. And some of the things that, this person. Okay. That's how to trade GameStop and how to do this stuff. It really good video. And he's been putting out some fantastic videos. ARM and Micron getting an upgrade. We're going to go over NVIDIA. We're going to go over Vertiv because I do think that one's an interesting one. I bought that last week. Google versus Domino's, which is an interesting chart. I would have never guessed it, but it's absolutely insane that Domino's Pizza since its IPO in 2004 is actually beating Google. That's crazy. We'll go over the Catalyst Watch. Disney, Citigroup, RCL, CELH, Celsius, their CEO is on CNBC today to try and explain the horrific stock drop. Dan Ives, they're raising their price target on Microsoft to $550, which I think is phenomenally bullish. Apple breaking out in its best month in July. Biggest movers of the day. Gunjan put something up that was interesting about SPY. I don't remember what it was. This was from last night. 329 days since the S&P recorded a decline of 2% or more. The longest stretch since February 2018. That's crazy. This is a masterclass by Josh Brown on Apple. Yeah. Why he would not be out racing to buy Apple. Did I lose a bunch of people? It says I've only got like 16 people. I guess a bunch of people left. Oh, well. We're going to record the podcast now. I'm going to hit record so that I can get through this. I've got my stuff. Boo, 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 boo. Alpha Pix. Let me see. Is Alpha Pix home? They've got a new one out today, and they yell at me every time I show stuff. So there we go. They're going to yell at me if I show it. Oh, well, I am going to show it. It is what it is. Okay. Okay. Good morning. It is Monday, June 17th. If anybody watched the U.S. Open this weekend, it was at Pinehurst. Yes, in my heyday in 2005, I shot 78 at Pinehurst. Pinehurst number 2, where they had it has changed tremendously. I am not hitting 370 yards off of the tees, but I was like an old woman. I was an old woman golfer. I'd hit it nice 200, 210 yards off the tee, down the middle. I'd hit a nice long iron into the green or just off the green. I had incredible chipping game and incredible short game. I don't have the touch now. I play once a year at this point. So I am shooting over 100, but my heyday, I shot, I think it was July of 2005, I shot 78 at Sawgrass, and then ESPN invited me up to Pinehurst number 2, and I shot 78 there. Unbelievable stretch of golf I played. But yeah, nowhere near. I heard it, for any golfer, I've heard it said, it is not hard to go from 100 to 90. It is hard to go 90 to 80. It is 10 times as hard to go from 80s to 70s. But to go from 70s to 60s is the most impossible jump, and maybe less than 1% of the people could actually do it. And it's the 70s to the 80s to 70s and 90s to 80s. Most of that's mental game, but the unbelievable part is the 60s. I don't think I ever shot in the 60s. I did shoot low 70s a couple of times on easier courses and from smaller, closer tees. Not mini golf. And if anybody has watched this stuff, I mean, there is a professional mini golf league. It is what it is. But yeah, that's how I spent my weekend on the couch watching the U.S. Open, seeing how different the course is than it was. in 2005. And yes, I don't think I have the picture. If I have the picture, I'll look it up. But I think I had a picture of me doing the Payne Stewart pose in front of the statue and stuff for 2005. But it was cool. What do we have today? We have by the way, a new alpha pick. Bagged this consumer staple ready for growth. If you don't know about Alpha Picks is a portfolio. It is at the link tree. You can sign up right here. It's the third link. Alpha Picks want to beat the S&P. Just historically, I mean, here's the performance: 122% with these 35 stocks. I think it's 35 somewhere in that neighborhood. Versus the S&P makes 35%. Wait a day. I will probably put a paid for the paid newsletter subscribers and at Substack. I'll do an analysis in a note to you guys about the alpha pick. But it's interesting. I'll wait a day before I say it. I do shop at this store that they posted. It has rallied 115% over the last year versus the XLP, which is consumer staples, which is up 4%. So Alpha Picks, if you are a member, just go over to Seeking Alpha. On the left-hand side here, there's Alpha Picks. If you want to sign up, remember, my link saves you $50. So there's a reason to go to my link tree, because you save $50. That's it. Let's look at the Qs. Where are we? I said 460 was the first support level. By the way, my newsletter, if you wanted to join the paid newsletter, June's rally may set us up nicely for July, but you've got to be prepared. I take you through my entire plan, and it uses the Qs, and it says, hey, this is where I think we're going. This is where I think how you think you should play it. This is how I'm going to play it. Last year, I played the June TQQQ, I believe it was, for about 10, 11, 20%. Somewhere in that neighborhood, there were a couple of trades in there. I did really, really well looking at the seasonal data. And the seasonal data is here in TrendSpider. And it's 100% gain for the QQQ in July. You can see it's 100%. Mean, 5.37%. It's over the last 9 years. That's a really, and even if you go back to 2010, I think it's 100%. But if you want to see this stuff, it's in TrendSpider. TrendSpider is on sale. Again, it's at my link tree. It's the top one here. It is $53 a month. You save 50% off. Get 6 months for free. $53.50. What you do is you go to my link tree. You save the money with that top link. Everything that I do in this podcast is going to be on TrendSpider. So let's look. Where are we? We're 480, 479, 480. And we had 2 green candles on Friday. So we had 2 red candles on Thursday. Even though both were up, they just closed lower than they opened. So, the algorithm, the 4-hour algorithm on here that you see the entry here at 426, this makes you 59% over 2 years, 24 months, 22 positions. So you're not even trading once a month. And what do you get if you buy and hold? 56%. I would suggest you buy and hold the Qs, because you never know when it's going to pop, and you dollar cost average your way in over certain amounts of time. But you can backtest this even further. You can do all of this in TrendSpider. The Qs, it's just one of those things. When we talk about stock charts, you want to see bottom left to upper right. This is a weekly chart. Where are we in the current space? We're at bottom left to upper right. This goes back to, the lows of 2022. And you could have had several changes here. And this is part of the paid newsletter. I go over all of these particulars as to where I think we're going and why I think we're going it. I looked at it from a technical standpoint. So the Qs, really, really good, solid fundamentals right now. I will tell you, I listened to a podcast, the All In podcast, over this weekend. And what was interesting, and I hadn't thought about it like this, but the economy, if you listen to one side of the political spectrum, the economy is doing incredibly well. If you listen to the other side, it's doing incredibly bad. I don't know where the difference is. For people like me, it's not doing poorly. I don't feel inflation. I do know that I'm paying more for things, but I'm not somebody who lives paycheck to paycheck, and I'm completely aware, and I think those guys on the All In podcast are completely out of touch. But I am completely aware there are friends of mine who make $100,000